This is produced by Yash Vardhan. Please enjoy the film.
This is a story of hardship and suffering, but it is also a tale of unity and friendship. How, if you stand together, you can do anything. This is one of the longest strikes in the US, and how Mexicans and Filipinos stood together to fight for their farm needs. This isn't just a strike for rights, this is a strike for freedom. This is the Delano Grape Strike. Starting on September 8, 1965, members of the Agricultural Workers Organizing Committee, led by Filipino labor organizer Larry Itliong, walked off the farm. They demanded $1.40 an hour and basic human needs. The growers refused, but the strike would soon become bigger. The AWOC soon asked Cesar Chavez, who at the time led the NFWA, National Farm Workers Association, who also fought for farmers' rights. And after a historic meeting of the NFWA on Mexican Independence Day, Cesar Chavez agreed. For the first time, Filipino and Mexican workers united. Their struggle would ignite a nationwide movement for farmers and start the UFW United Farm Workers, which was a combined group of the AWOC and the NFWA. The strike lasted 5 years long. It was grueling. Workers faced arrests and violence, but they held strong, armed with discipline and non-violence. They tried again and again. When they couldn't win in the fields, they would take to the nation by boycotting table grapes. They convinced people all around the country to stop buying grapes. If no one bought the grape growers' products, the growers would eventually give in and give them rights. In 1966, hundreds of farm workers marched 300 miles from Delano to the state capital of California. Their march took 25 days and gained national news coverage. Along the route, thousands joined. Growers and local law enforcement tried to stop them, and future Governor Ronald Reagan at the time said they were illegal, but UFW pushed on. By the time they reached Sacramento, the nation was looking. The Delano grape boycott spread like wildfire across the United States. Churches, students, and entire communities joined the cause. Millions of Americans refused to buy table grapes. Some supermarkets removed grapes from their shelves. In 1968, Cesar Chavez's 25-day fast brought national attention. He fasted to reinstigate his commitment to nonviolence. The strike was no longer just about grapes, it was about liberty. Boycotts, the pressure became impossible for growers to ignore. In 1970, major grape growers signed union contracts with the United Farm Workers, the first in American history for farm laborers. The contracts brought better wages, rest periods, and protections against pesticide exposure. It was a monumental victory, not just for farm workers, but for the American labor movement. Sadly, the strike didn't change everything for the farmers. Farmers still had poor housing and increasingly less payment. The average payment for a normal person working a job at the time was at least $5 minus $10, but farmers were getting around $2. Also, many growers signed sweetheart deals, which basically left farmers in the dust. The Delano grape strike didn't change everything, but was used as a stepping stone for a more monumental strike. The Delano grape boycott legacy lived on to help reshape labor in the United States. It showed that farmers and workers could unite and change policy at the highest levels. It honored the leadership of Filipino and Mexican activists, whose story was often overlooked. And it inspired generations of movements for many struggles.